Hi everybody, I'm in Hanoi recording a short video on how to use the tools the Wayback Machine combined with Adesigner to identify the accessibility in terms of compliance, listenability and navigability of specific websites at a point in time. First thing is to go to archive.org, and then when you're in archive.org, go down to where it says Wayback Machine and enter the company that you're looking for. And I'm going to be updating the information contained in a spreadsheet which I've emailed you. And that spreadsheet is a copy of blind research and subordinate pages 911. And I'm going to put in the figures here. I've already done it for you, but let me show you how I arrive at this last column here. I put in 08 July because I think that's the reading that we got for the healthcare providers. So going back to the Wayback Machine, we type in walmart.com and type take me back. And then we go down to where it says July 2008. And I take the first occurrence. That's what I normally do whenever I'm looking in a month. I take the first occurrence. Now the problem here is that this may not be available or it may not be readable by a designer. So we did find that we got a lot of missing values. Let's try it anyway. So now it's loading the Walmart page. It seems to be there okay. And I shall go and gather the URL at the top of the screen from the Wayback Machine, copy it, and then go over to Adesigner. And I did send you the link to Adesigner, or you could just Google it and then download it and run it. And when you get it, you see three panes. On the top left one, you enter in the URL that we've just got, just paste it in. Then on the right one, we click Visualize, and Visualize will do the analysis. And if you look down at the bottom of the screen now, you'll see the summary data, compliance, listenability, and navigability. And if for some reason you wanted to do a detailed report here, you could. And these are all of the different types of errors that are identified. But a summary report is good enough for my needs because I really just want to see whether it's usable. And I do not use compliance here because I found that there's such a great correlation between compliance and listenability because they both put heavy dependence of including an alt tag there. So I'll record them all, 92, 88, and 77, and then go up to my spreadsheet and 88 and 77, enter them, save them, and then go to the next one like Radio Shack. So you see with Radio Shack the way that we've already set it up. We did test the various subordinate pages in the Wayback Machine, but we were not able to get a lot of them. They just didn't exist. It's really up to Google when it archives a page, and sometimes they don't keep a good value of it. But they do tend to get the home page. So the home page for Radio Shack, really bad. So if we wanted to do Radio Shack, let's do another one here. Listen and navigability. Go back to my web archive and this time type in Radio Shack. Take me back. Okay, so we have Radio Shack working here. Let's see if we've got anything for, what was it, July 2008. I'll take the first one. And then you'll see at the top of the screen the URL for the old page of July 2008 for Radio Shack. Let's copy it, go over to Adesigner and paste in the new value. Click Go. Sometimes it's quite time consuming to do this for each page. Eventually it'll get it. Or may crash a number of times. Okay, as we're recording this, I don't think I'll wait around for it. I'll show you the next step. We can come back to it and see if it actually has worked for us. One thing that's frustrating me is a very slow internet speed in Vietnam, which I'm sure is going to get even slower tomorrow or tonight when we're in Laos. Okay, still working. It's brought up Radio Shack. So imagine if you do this in Boston, it'll go like a blink of an eye. It'll be very quick. Okay, it is taking a lot of time here. I'll go to the next step. So we have our data for Walmart, and we had 92, 88, 77. So what I did here was I averaged the listenability and navigability. So I could just take an average of that. And I can include that 82.5 in my score for Walmart and the other spreadsheet which you have there, which is the so many spreadsheets here, non-CSR slope. I think that was the one. So if we go down to Walmart here, we have 9 values for it. The first 2 scores didn't have anything. We weren't able to get any data there. So we got it from, I think, 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I think up to 7 there. So I would add another row, and I would put in the scores for, what do we have here? Accessibility time period before and after. So the accessibility score I put in for Walmart here would be that one that I just copied. So that was 82.5. So we could do 82.5 here. Type in Walmart again. We could say this is now time period 10. And it's also a 1 because it was after the onset of the Target lawsuit. And we could just do before and after. After would now be a summary of, instead of C26, C28, D26, D28. Oh yeah, that's the formula for doing it. So C26 and D26. So I would change that to 29, I guess, at this point. 28. Somehow row number 29 has disappeared. I'm not really sure why. Let's see if it's hidden. Oh yeah, we somehow we had that hidden, so let me just move it. Yeah, I'm not sure if I just deleted the Radio Shack one. I think I probably did. But we'll just increase this to after. It's going to be to 29 and D29. And that gives the revised slope. So you can see before there was no real change in Walmart's accessibility. It was very low. And then after 2006, it starts to get much higher. So now it's 27.15. Then at the bottom of the screen, I think I just did an average of all the values before and after. And then I just compared before and after for non-CSR companies here. It was before was 1.806 and 11.107. So I'd have to update that score down here.